What if the one small thing you eat tonight quietly decides how your body feels tomorrow morning? Many people over 60 wake up with stiff joints, low energy, or a heavy feeling in their body. And most of them believe it is simply a part of getting older. But what if it is not? What if the real reason is not your age, but something much closer, something you do every single night without thinking? The truth is, your body after 60 becomes more sensitive to timing. Not just what you eat, but when you eat it. Certain foods, especially before bed, can interfere with your body's natural repair system, increase inflammation, disrupt your sleep, and slowly weaken your muscles and joints over time. And the most surprising part, some of these foods are considered completely normal, even healthy, but when eaten at the wrong time, they can quietly work against you. In today's video, we are going to uncover 5 common foods that many seniors should avoid before bedtime, and more importantly, why they can have such a powerful effect on your body overnight. Before we begin, if you care about staying strong, mobile, and independent after 60, take a moment to subscribe to the channel, and I would love to know, where are you watching from today? Now, let us take a closer look at what might be happening inside your body while you sleep. Let us begin with something very familiar, something many people over 60 enjoy at the end of the day: a small cookie, a slice of cake, maybe a sweet dessert while watching television. It feels harmless, comforting even. But what happens inside your body after you eat sugar at night is very different from what you might expect. When you consume sugary foods before bed, your blood sugar rises quickly. Your body responds by releasing insulin to bring that level back down. Instead of entering a calm, restorative state, your system becomes active, busy, working when it should be resting. And this creates a hidden problem. That rise and fall in blood sugar can interfere with your sleep cycles. You may fall asleep easily, but your sleep becomes lighter, more fragmented, less restorative. And over time, this leads to something many seniors experience, but rarely connect to their diet: waking up tired, with low energy, and a heavy feeling in the body. But there is something even more important. Excess sugar increases inflammation. And after 60, your body becomes far more sensitive to inflammation than before. This can show up as stiffer joints in the morning, more discomfort when walking, slower muscle recovery. A man named Daniel, 71, shared that he always ended his day with something sweet. It was part of his routine for years. But when he gradually replaced that habit with a lighter option, like a handful of almonds or warm herbal tea, he noticed something surprising. He began sleeping more deeply, and his knees felt less stiff in the morning. If you are still watching, comment 1 if you sometimes eat sweets at night, or 0 if you have already moved away from that habit. Sometimes, the smallest evening choice can shape how your entire body feels the next day. Now let us move to something that often feels like a quick and easy option, especially in the evening: processed meats. Things like bacon, sausages, deli slices, or smoked meats are common in many households. They are convenient, they are flavorful, and they do not require much preparation. But for your body after 60, these foods can quietly create problems, especially when eaten before bed. The first issue is sodium. Processed meats are often very high in salt, and when you eat them at night, your body tends to retain more fluid. This can lead to a feeling of heaviness, mild swelling, increased blood pressure, and even disrupted sleep. You may not fully notice it in the moment, but your body feels it overnight. And then there is the second issue: preservatives. Many processed meats contain compounds that can trigger inflammation. Now remember, after 60, your body becomes more sensitive to inflammation. So what used to feel fine years ago may now be quietly working against you. This inflammation can interfere with your body's ability to repair muscles and joints while you sleep. Instead of waking up refreshed, you may wake up feeling stiff or slightly uncomfortable without knowing why. A woman named Patricia, 69, used to enjoy a small sandwich with deli meat late in the evening. It felt like a light meal, but she often woke up feeling bloated and not fully rested. When she shifted her eating earlier and replaced processed meats with simpler options, like boiled eggs or yogurt, her sleep became more consistent and her mornings felt lighter. Your body after 60 does not just need food, it needs the right kind of support at the right time. And at night, that support should be gentle, easy to digest, and calming for your system. If this sounds familiar to you, leave a comment me below. You might be surprised how many others are experiencing the same thing. Now let us talk about a type of food that many people enjoy, especially when they want something satisfying in the evening. Fried foods. It could be fried chicken, crispy potatoes, or even leftovers reheated in oil. These foods often feel comforting, warm, and filling. But for your body after 60, fried foods at night can quietly create a chain reaction that affects both your sleep and your recovery. Here is what happens. Fried foods are high in unhealthy fats and are much harder for your body to digest. So instead of your system slowing down and preparing for rest, your digestive system stays active for hours. Your body is still working, breaking down heavy, oily food when it should be focusing on repair and restoration. This can lead to a heavy feeling in your stomach, discomfort when lying down, acid reflux or mild burning sensations, restless or interrupted sleep. But the deeper issue is something many people do not see. Fried foods increase oxidative stress in the body. Over time, this contributes to faster muscle breakdown, weaker joints, reduced mobility, and a general feeling of fatigue. And when this happens repeatedly, night after night, the effects begin to accumulate. You may start to notice that you are waking up more tired than before, or that your body feels slower in the morning. A man named Edward, 74, used to enjoy fried leftovers late in the evening. It was simple and convenient, but he began noticing a pattern. Poor sleep, low energy, and stiffness when getting out of bed. When he switched to lighter evening meals, like soups, steamed vegetables, or simple proteins, his sleep improved, and his mornings became noticeably easier. If you have ever felt heavy or uncomfortable after eating at night, comment yes below. You are not alone, and sometimes the solution is simpler than it seems. This next one often surprises people because it does not feel like food at all. Caffeinated drinks. A cup of coffee after dinner, a warm cup of tea in the evening, or even a soda while relaxing. These habits feel small, almost harmless. But after 60, your body processes caffeine much more slowly than before. What used to wear off in a few hours can now stay in your system much longer, quietly affecting your sleep without you realizing it. You may still fall asleep, but your sleep becomes lighter, more fragile, and less restorative. And here is the important part. Deep sleep is when your body repairs muscles, supports joint health, and restores energy. If that deep sleep is disrupted, even slightly, night after night, your body does not get the recovery it needs. Over time, this can lead to feeling tired even after a full night in bed, reduced strength and balance, slower healing in muscles and joints, and even changes in mood and memory. A man named Thomas, 76, had a simple evening routine. Every night, he would drink tea before bed. He believed it helped him relax, but he often woke up during the night and felt tired in the morning. When he switched to caffeine-free herbal tea, something subtle but powerful changed. He began sleeping more deeply, and his energy during the day improved. Sometimes, it is not about how long you sleep, but how well your body is allowed to rest. Finally, let us talk about something very common in evening meals, and something many people over 60 do not think twice about. Heavy carbohydrates, foods like white bread, pasta, large portions of rice, or even late-night bowls of cereal. These foods feel filling, comforting, and easy to eat, but when consumed before bed, they can quietly disrupt your body's natural balance. Here is why. Refined carbohydrates are quickly converted into glucose. This causes a rapid rise in blood sugar, followed by a drop. And just like with sugar, this fluctuation can interfere with your body's ability to enter a deep, restorative sleep. Instead of a steady, calm internal state, your system experiences subtle stress. And over time, this affects more than just your sleep. It can contribute to increased fat storage, reduced muscle recovery, lower energy levels in the morning, and a feeling of instability when moving. For seniors, this matters more than ever, because maintaining balance, strength, and steady energy is key to staying independent and active. A woman named Margaret, 70, used to eat a small bowl of cereal before bed. It seemed like a light choice, but she often woke up feeling tired and slightly unsteady when she stood up. When she shifted her dinner earlier and reduced heavy carbs at night, she noticed her mornings felt clearer and her body felt more stable. Sometimes it is not about eating less, but about eating smarter. The truth is, your body after 60 is constantly adapting, and the small habits you repeat every evening can either support that process or quietly work against it. The foods we have talked about today are not always harmful on their own, but when eaten at the wrong time, especially before bed, they can interfere with your body's ability to rest, repair, and restore itself. And over time, that can make you feel more tired, more stiff, and less like yourself. But here is the encouraging part. This is something you can change, starting tonight. By simply being more mindful of what you eat in the evening, you give your body the chance to recover more deeply, sleep more peacefully, and wake up feeling stronger. And sometimes, that one small shift can create a powerful difference in how you feel every single day. If you found this helpful, take a moment to subscribe to the channel for more simple, practical tips to support your health after 60. And before you go, tell me in the comments, which of these foods do you usually eat at night? Your answer might help someone else become more aware and take that first step toward feeling better. Stay well and take care of your body.